Hey everyone, I'm in Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord and I want to show you how to besiege castles or towns or villages, that sort of thing. So anything with a decent defense like this castle, if you hover over it when you get near it, you should see defenders 256. So it's made up of a garrison and a militia. And you can see my force here just to the right of it is 434. So in theory, I should be all right taking this one on. So we're going to have a little go at besieging it. I'm going to take you through the process. So we'll go into here and you see we've got this option here that says besiege the castle. So we'll do that. And then my army shows up here and we're in fast forward time. So what you want to do is just change your fast forward to pause, just so you get a bit of a time to think about what's going on here. So I've paused the building of the siege camp, and you have these little hovering things here where you can build stuff to kind of help your siege. So if we go over to one of them, press A, because I'm on the Xbox, it'll show you what options you've got. So I'm going to build a siege tower there. And I'm going to do the same on this one here. Build a siege tower there. And one here. We'll build a battering ram. So the more siege equipment you build, in theory, the easier your besiegement of the castle is going to be. You can also build some stuff here to help. So you can see we can have ballistas. So effective against enemy ranged weapons. So we'll have one of those. And then we've also got some spaces here where we can do stuff. So we could have a trebuchet. So they take quite a while. But they will do a fair bit of damage as well. So I've just built all of these things. Now these are, I say I've built them, I've set them up to build. Now these are going to take a little while. So if you zoom out, you want to be keeping an eye on who's coming around by you, that you're not going to get invaded by someone as you're doing this. So now I'm going to speed up time by hitting the right button. And I'm just keeping an eye on that a big army doesn't come up against me. So at the minute I'm looking all right at besieging this castle. 434, you can see up the top here, against 256. In theory, we should be all right to siege this castle. As long as we can get the siege camp built, we should be all right when we go into battle. And then I will take you through the sort of besiegement of the castle, which you can either simulate or go in live to if you want. But you can see everything is taking a little while to build. This is helped by your engineering level. So you should see as you do this, whoever's sort of set in your... If we just pause there, I think it's in the clan. And then we go to parties. Whoever's set to the engineer is going to be handling your siege work here. So if we have a little look at this, my engineering is 40, so not amazing, but better than these two who have no engineering experience at all. So the higher that level, in theory, the better your building work will go here. But you can see this has taken a little time to build this, and the castle are building their own equipment. And their stuff is almost built as well, so they're going to have stuff ready before me. But I've got my siege things. Now, at any point, I'm free to send my troops in or lead an assault. So if I send my troops in, that's going to be a simulation. So you may or may not want to do that. But leading an assault will allow you to handle the battle, which I'm going to do on this video, which is going to take a little bit longer, but you can just see the process and see what happens. So you can see now, we've got catapults against our equipment here, and they quickly took that out. And this is where you think, is it worth building these things or not? Because they just knocked the heck out of me there with those bits of equipment there. So we're building another one here, but it's probably going to get battered pretty quick. So maybe I would have been better off to get these ready before I got my big trebuchets done. But you can see they're just smashing the heck out of me here with these. So it may or may not be useful here to do. So what I'm going to do just for speed is I'm going to lead an assault and show you how that works. So we'll have a little look at this here. So we'll go with lead the assault, and in we go, and you'll see this. So this is quite exciting in Bannerlord. It's quite a fun thing to go for. I'm not very good at commanding my troops, but you can auto-deploy them or set them out how they go. So I'm just going to go with auto-deploy and see how things go here. So we'll just go with ready. And away we go. What should generally happen as you go forward is your men should take advantage of things like the battering ram and get them into position. So you can see the men are automatically going to the battering ram there and moving that up. Now that whole process takes some time. So what you can do is move up with your men up here and try and take up some of the enemy before they come in. So we see our archers there. So what I'll do is I'll just stop my horse, dismount. And then we'll hide behind here and we'll help our chaps with some archery. So I'll grab my trusty bow and we'll see if we can take out a couple. Oh, he's moved behind there now. Where's he gone? What's that? I can't see that dude there. a bit far for me to see. Probably even worse for you on the... So you can see there's a guy up there. Let's see if I can get him. I've got him. There we go. So that's him taken out. So while we're waiting for the siege equipment to come forwards, we can just take these guys out a little bit as we go. So you can see up the top, the bar, the purple bar is my men. The green bar is their men. And obviously we want to keep ourselves, you know, keeping these guys busy and try and take them out as much as we can. So they're bringing forward their defenders here, which is where we can start taking them out with the arrows. I'm going to be out of arrows soon. So now our chaps will be coming forward to run up there and do battle. So at this point, you can either think about backing off a little bit, probably switch to a sword, and then you can go in. You can direct these guys at any point by holding down your left button and then moving and telling them. But you'll see they'll just all tend to stream in, even if they've not got any direction. So when we're in, we can just smash the heck out of these guys. We've got to obviously be careful, because there's a lot of them here. In fact, there's loads of them. Men everywhere, men everywhere. So it's looking like we're going to win. I'm going to come out here for a breather. We'll go down this way, see what we can find. But we're looking good. If you look at the bar up the top, it's looking pretty healthy here. It looks like we will win this battle without a big problem. So you can see a few men still hanging around, which we'll take out. And that's how you besiege a castle. We've won the castle, and then we'll see what happens now. So then we see our results. How many died and how many were injured, etc. And the important thing here is the sort of renown that we get, the influence and things like that. So you can see we've got a lot of influence that's done there. We've got all these troops that we can take. So you can left trigger or right trigger with any of these to get all of these, or go up here and hit left button to take them all. So we've got all of those. So we'll say done. We can then loot the castle. So left trigger to loot all of that, and then done again with X. So you can see it now says there's an election started for the castle. So if this was one previously owned by yours, you can see that they've got some culture with our factions. So we're going to show mercy on there because I can't do anything else with them. So if it was a total rather with nothing similar on there, we could do something else. We're going to show mercy, continue, and then we can go into the castle, request entry, because of course we now are looking at it. We can donate troops to the garrison if we want. If we want to do that, we can do that here, and then go over to our troops here and give them some troops if we want. So we could give them maybe a peasant and some imperial recruits. I could upgrade them before I give them to them, but you'll see I'm going to get a little bit of influence for the more troops that I give these guys to help defend the castle. So I'll give them 15. That'll give me 3 influence, but you can see my influence has jumped up nicely from taking this castle. So we're hit done there. The other thing we can have a little look at is if we have a little look at the kingdom and see on the diplomacy, he's not made a decision on the castle yet. There's no voting going on quite yet, so we might have to wait a little bit for that. But that's it. That's how you besiege a castle inside Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord. If that was useful to you, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments welcome. I'll see you again in another video. Thanks so much.